What is good with y'all? Umbra here, formerly known as Umbra Dragon. I just decided to change it because I guess it was just easier for me. I mean, like, I guess it worked. It was just like, just decided to shorten it due to simplicity. Umbra Dragon is not a mouthful, but whatever. Feel free to just call me whichever. My, I guess, formal name is Umbra Dragon, but Umbra is more casual. But that's not why I have y'all here. I'm actually back. I didn't die. I'm alive. Most of my content's just been on Instagram, TikTok. For those of you who know me, I will link those below. But I am back to you with a model kit, which I haven't done in a while, actually. And now that I have proper editing and a proper space, I will be, I honestly was just going to do a photo thing, call it a day. I'm not going to lie. I love this to death, so it's getting a full video. We have the Mega Man or Rockman Battle Network, Bass.EXE model kit from Kotobukiya. Now, I don't know if y'all know me. I love Mega Man. It's like one of my favorite franchises behind Sonic the Hedgehog. My favorite video games like Mega Man X4. I love Mega Man. But that's the thing. I say that, and yet I don't really know much about Battle Network. Like, I bought this mainly because I like the design of the character, Bass.EXE, and I guess regular Bass from the Classic series. I guess I just like Bass more. Damn, that didn't make sense. But I'm doing this kind of off the cuff. I don't really have a script. But hey, I've never had a script, so that works. But yeah, I got this from Kotobukiya literally about an hour ago. Got mine shipped from Amazon Japan. Was for a solid, I think it was $94 total without tags and shipping, all that. It was $27 with that, plus shipping. Where I'm from, thankfully I had a gift card. Christmas came in clutch. But I was able to get this relatively cheap. I say finding out a deal. So far, I haven't opened it yet. I bet you guys are sick of this or looking at this. But yeah, but anyway, yeah, I just like the design. I'll probably talk about it more as I actually get into the kit. But the cape, actually, let's flip over here. Here we have the actual model kit itself, what it's supposed to look like. We have the dual buster accessory. I don't know what this is called. Like I said, I don't really know much about Battle Network. It's the dark blade. I don't know. We're just gonna call it the shadow sword or something for right now. That's all I have. Zooming a bit. Here we have another just face plates. We'll go more into that later. Let's get another picture of the full kit. We have a lot of instructions that I cannot read because I imported this. Back has nothing. This looks very similar to the box. I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely keeping this box. I love the look of it. I'm keeping it somewhere. It's too big to probably display on my main desk where I usually do all of my other where I usually put all my other action figure stuff, and that's where most of my other content's post. But I probably won't be able to put anything there. Let's crack this guy open. And here's the thing for model kits, for those unfamiliar, are different from action figures because you actually build them using tools. This is just the entry level kit because my last model kit was Mega Man X and I didn't really need a lot of these. Yeah, let's move this out of the way. Open this up. We have a lot of stuffs here. Oh, okay. Actually, a lot more than I thought. Alright, these little manual for the cape, and then of course the instruction manual that also looks really good. Oh my goodness. Whoops. Yeah, so my phone took a little bit of a face dive there. I'm gonna clean this up, and then I'm gonna probably do a time lapse. So I probably won't be able to like, I was probably gonna speak on like something on my mic, but I'm probably gonna wait till the end of that, but I'm not gonna guarantee that. Alrighty, I will, alright, damn. Like I said, no script. No script. But like, yeah, I'm just gonna probably do a time lapse if I can of me actually building this thing. I'm a little worried about that. Alrighty. Cutting in for a bit, like in between the time lapse, it took me so damn long to find this. All I had to do was turn the page. I am angry. Okay. But also, thanks for making this far, and let's keep going. Yo, I'm coming back in again to say that it took me half an hour to not only find this deck pack, but also to try and get this to actually work. Because at first, like, it was basically flipped and I couldn't get it to like look like the box, and it was like, look, he's starting to make me a little upset. As you saw, I tried putting this on. I don't know how that's gonna work. I'm not sure how that goes in the instruction sheet. I will look for that after, but for now, we're just gonna keep going back to hands. at long last, after 6 hours of barely any getting up and moving, of barely any bathroom breaks at all, and just straight building just to build, we now have Bass.EXE fully assembled, finally. Now, for those of you who skipped, welcome back. How was whatever you were doing, your YouTube scroll, or if you rewinded, I guess. But if you stuck with it, what's wrong with you? But also, thank you. But yeah, looking at him now that he's fully assembled, I like it. I actually really like it. It's great. It's like, I will say there's a lot of like small parts. Like, I was able to deal with it because I was like in my own like space. I was like sitting at a desk that wasn't like too messy, unlike the one that I use for like my other like action figure content that's like decked out. I feel like if I dropped, a smaller part, I probably would have never seen it again. But since this was clear, then I had enough space to like look for it. And I ended up losing a lot, which ended up making this time lapse take, much longer. Speaking of which, for those who did watch it, what did you think? That was my first time using time lapse feature on me filming on my phone. I think it was pretty good. I think, but if it could be like longer, shorter, whatever, let me know. But in terms of scope, he looks great. Like, of course, he's a model case. It's not like a full action figure, so you can't really expect like imperfections turning around a bit. Like, there's gonna be things that like I'll probably have to like do later. But like, I'm just getting him out for the review. I'm not really too big on like imperfections right now. If I am motivated to, then I may go and do some of those parts again. It's just like, I was already not really trying, I was putting in as much effort as I could, probably like more than I really should have. Even then, good kid, loves the character. But yeah, he looks good. Articulation, he looks up. No wait, it's serviceable. Looks up decently well. Looks down while using the head peg. Looks down really well. Looks down great when using the neck. Using the head, he doesn't really get much upward look, but getting the neck, but with the neck, he can get some great up and down. He can, whoops. I guess that's something that you should be careful of, is parts falling off. That's what happened with my Kotobukiya Mega Man X that I still use. As long as it's not a regular thing, I'm not super, like, as long as that falling out is not a regular thing, I can deal with that. Gets solid tilt. It's not as good as it really could. Not as good as it could be because of these, but which you can actually move onto like arms. He can go out about. Can I butterfly joint? No. If you can get him about doing this, I'd say. You can get him. That's about as far as you can get him. Oh, I lied. You can, if you push these, which you can move them for better articulation, you can get him to cross his arms going forward. See if you can get him to cross backwards, or like you can, but you probably will have to like reattach the arm a good amount of times. It's not like as bad. Yeah, you can cross, but it's gonna cause some like joints to fall, like, so it's not really worth it. But he can cross going backwards, cross pretty well going forward as well. The arm, of course, he can about this much here without me like tilting it too much. He has about this much here. He can go out about this far. He has a bicep swivel. He has it's on a ball peg, which I think is pretty. This is on a ball peg, which I think is pretty cool. Something I like about it is that like the joints are kind of like these joints normally on like another like figure, like you could like see the joints and they're like super duper obvious, but here I love how like seamless they are. Like, let's do this pose like right here, and even like this area is like, yes, there's like a joint here, but not like the joint doesn't look, you know, unnatural. There's no like gapping or anything. This looks like really good. Just like right here, this looks like super, I guess, normal. I'm actually shocked that more figures don't use this. And then you can go back about this much, go forward about this much, and get some pretty good. I think this is side to side motion. Chest goes all the way back. Can actually pretty good. You can get some gapping. I think this ab crunch. That's what I'm remembering. I'm going off somewhat inspiration. Upwards, you can go this far. Downwards here, this far with ab crunch. The legs are on a side swivel, though I would not advise against doing that. I actually like might damage mine a bit. Knees, okay, he kicks up about this far. That's pretty good. He is a Mega Man figure, so you probably won't have him kicking too much. Knees I think are double jointed, get solid knee range. Yeah, like is it single joint? Like as you saw from the build, it's all one joint, but it has double jointed like movement, and like with a lot of other ones, it's not like unnatural. Like it's not an unnatural unnatural single joint. It's not as seamless as the wrist joint, because this is still, you can still, you know, see some gapping in here, but that's okay. I'm not really too picky. So yeah, I'm gonna have to probably put these in later. If it becomes an issue, I will. Right now, I'm exhausted. I'm not trying to do that. The shoes get not as much range as I expected. With these, they can rock decently. Yeah, they can some decent rocker. No toe hinge because he's wearing boots. I mean, most figures with boots usually have them, but like no boots for these. Alrighty. Alright, let's get some of his. Alright, let me adjust my camera. Let me get some of his accessories out. You might have seen them when I was messing around. So we got here a neutral resting face. The reason it's not in here right now is because this is the first face that I set, and to actually take off faces, you pop this part out, then you pop the other one out, pop this off, pop out your faceplate, and then do everything, I guess, in reverse. You just, you know, put in your faceplate, put this little part back in here, then for everything else, you would put this back. Oh wait, I almost forgot the blue gem pieces. Speaking of which, those gem pieces, like, that actually reminds me to like go about like his detail, like how he looks. He looks great. Like, the only reason that he probably isn't looking, you know, great on like my camera in particular is, well, it's my camera, and I'm not using anything insane, and also the fact that like this is like only my second model kit, so I'm not, and the last one I built was like a year ago, so I'm not really super good at it. There's a lot of like imperfections, stuff like that, where it really shouldn't be. If you were to go and like Google, of course Google it, but if you were to look at like other like pictures that people have like bought, or other like videos after this one, of course, please, but like it would be much better. Still in college, so. Okay, but like, he looks great so far. I like what he has. His neutral. I like the accessories he came with. That's what we were talking about. Yeah. All right, and then he has a angry yelling face as well. Solid selection, I'd say. 3P. Yeah, solid collection or whatever. It's the same thing. Doesn't matter. All right, hands. We have a open, I guess, kind of key blast hand. There's two of them here. There's like sort of key blast hand, kind of reaching out kind of hand. We have a Kamehameha type pose thing. This is also like a reach grabbing, like you're gripping something hand. He has the fist that came with the figure or the model kit, whatever. And then, shockingly enough, and I actually kind of forgot that they gave him pegs they gave him like reaching, gripping hands like before, but they come with a peg for some reason, and nothing came with this. Like no effects other than no other effects came with it. Well, other than another one that I'm gonna show later, but yeah, no effect came, and it doesn't even peg into the arm. So these are a weird addition, but I actually came prepared because I knew I would order this at one point. So from my place of residence, I grabbed this 10 times Kamehameha effect from Super Saiyan 4 Goku from SHF. I'm not sure if this is going to work, and this actually is a reference because in a lot of official art, I'll actually probably pull it up on my screen. Fun fact, the actual one that I'm referencing, I actually have a sticker of it on my laptop currently. But he uses pink energy as well as purple. So I'm gonna see if this fits. It looks like it should, but I will try any. Oh, knock my boy over. So sorry, but oh my god, it fits. Oh my god, it fits. Oh my god, it fits. Okay, it's a bit loose. It kind of spins a bit, but it's holding on to. Oh my god, but it shouldn't spin too much. It's not perfect, but that's pretty good. It's kind of sick. Oh, that's ooh. Ooh, that's kind of sick. That's kind of sick. Ooh, alright, the ideas are already cooking. All right, we getting a little too excited. Yeah. So our other parts that we have, of course, his cloak, cape, and I don't know how I feel about this because I'll have to pose around and mess with it a bit. But how it works is it's 3 different flaps, similar to the SH Figuarts Demon Slayer line currently that are all running on a plastic little Hawaris, I think they're called, or hooks. That's what they're running on. That's basically how this feels. One thing about this that I do like, I guess it goes for all of them, is that it's not too it's something I definitely need to get used to. You can move it around a bit, and I suppose I should show how to put that on. I say this people are gonna buy this, but or even watch this, but so how we do that is we pop off his head. Okay, I'm having an issue popping off. There we go. So pop off his head here, and now it's stuck in the body. Okay, there we go. Okay, put this in here. I hope that's not gonna be an issue. Okay, so what we do with this is, now that we have this, we take off his cape piece. We take off this. We pop this one out as well. And then we swap in. Then we put that on. We swap in this piece up. It doesn't want to stay. This seems to be a. Okay, there we go. Much better. And now, if we want to put on the rest of the cape, we'll put it like this. And then we will pop on the head. I probably did a lot of that off camera. I'm so sorry. Let me zoom out a little bit. Much better. But like, okay. I will say, on the actual kit itself, the cape looks pretty good. It actually looks really good. I might look at a cloth goods upgrade though, eventually, because it'll be easier to like basically just have that same neck peg on. I guess it won't be as like accurate, but like honestly, I'm not gonna lie, this looks great. Like, actually, but like I'm feeling this right now. So I may not like do that like this. Just right now, how I have him standing right now. This looks great. I'm not gonna lie, this looks absolutely incredible. We're gonna leave this on right now. For right now, his next effect, he comes with, I guess, the shadow blade. I don't know what it's called. Like I said, I don't have knowledge on like Battle Network. Like I never played that one. I never played that series. Okay, let's put this back on just for like ease of articulation, I guess. Okay. Like I'm doing a lot of this off the cup. So let's put the neck peg back on. Let's put the neck peg back on. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so keep that in mind, that that neck pegs will get stuck in the kit, it seems. Will get like stuck if you're like swapping, at least from my experience. So okay, we're good. Okay, that actually scared me a bit. Ugh. Oh jeez. Okay. Trying to see if I could tighten this a bit. This should be fine for right now. I'll probably deal with it later. Oh, whoops, that fell terribly. Okay, so we have this part now, and to take this, I guess the shadow blade, we'll just put it on one of his arms. We take this, we pop this out, okay, you're better off probably just pulling it from here. Let me switch hands, because I forgot this one kind of hurts a bit. Yeah, that is something, like, that is another thing about these, like, kits, is that, like cutting, like, if you, like, cut your nails, you might be not great, especially because a lot of these require, like, you know, I guess more specific stuff. That took a little bit of effort, and now that we have this, we should be able to put this in here. Oh, oops. And then we should be able to peg it into here. And now that it's pegged on, you can have it, you know, you can have it displayed, you know, you can have it displayed like this. You can have it, like, there's a lot of different ways you can actually have it displayed. You can have it display, you know, like this. If we put like a fist here, it's like a sort of like black flash type of thing. But yeah, if we like, put this over. Yeah, so if we get this out, I feel like it's gonna be like, I don't think there's like a specific shape that really matters for it, but I feel like it's gonna be much more beneficial. Matter of fact, see if I can pop this onto the right arm. Okay, and then we'll pop this onto the right arm. See if that'll help. Okay, easier to just use my index for right now. Okay, okay, and then we'll take out the fist hand, and then we will put this here. And then we'll use the, oh, oops, little part fell out. That's another thing. Parts don't fall out too much. It's just like, be careful with it compared to like an action figure, because like an action figure could, you know, you'll usually deal with an action figure, you know, well, I don't have to explain that, but like, yeah, it looks much better from the right side. at least when you're displaying it like this, like, you know, as I guess a traditional like sword, you know, with a blade, or like a, you know, blade going this way, looks much better like this. Oh my gosh, okay. Looks much better if you're gonna like display it, you know, facing this specific like direction, then it's much better to do that from the right. And then from the left is probably, you know, for like black flash, like I said. Which you can also do for you can also do for this one as well. Do a little like black flash hands. You could really use this for like whatever, really. I mainly might just use it for the as it's like blade sword form. But now let's take on let's do the other accessory, which is a buster. And this I feel is much better than how they had it for, oh, whoops, hold on, a little indent here. Okay, there we go. Alright, fixed. So yeah, now we have the I don't know what these are called in Battle Network, but I know in classic series they're called the busters, of course. So you have the base buster now. That's what it was called in classics. I'm not, like I said, not sure what it is Battle Network. I don't have Battle Network knowledge. Yeah, so next, okay, pops back in. I can't believe I didn't notice that. Silly me. But what's cool about this is that, of course, how easy, you know, it is to like actually, you know, pop out of its little little hinges. Like, it's easy to like pop out, you know, swap hands compared to Mega Man X, where you have to, like, I guess you still have to pop something out, so it's not really mattery, but it's not something that's like big as like a full buster. You don't have to take off the full arm. Yeah, basically for this like figure or this model kit or whatever, you have no reason to take off the arms, basically. Something I really do like from compared to other ones. I still can't get over this arm joint. And now we have it. Ow, ooh. Careful with these. I meant to mention that, and that's kind of important, actually. Like, this guy has a lot of sharp points. Like, here, be careful in the fins. Here, be careful, though it's not that sharp. The back parts, especially, for, like, both of these, yo, be careful. Like, that actually hurt, like, a good deal. So, yeah, wait, can these legs drop down? I forgot to mention these legs can drop down. I don't know how I didn't notice. He still kicks that far, but it didn't matter. And for this, I probably won't be... Okay, if he drops down, he goes about that far. That's far. You don't want to be doing much kicking, though. I don't think. Unless you're doing, like, a Marvel vs. Capcom thing, which... I don't think he was in Marvel vs. Capcom, so I can't really pose him with my Spider-Man. But yeah, now we have this. We can actually... Now that we have... And something that actually is interesting is that this one comes with not one buster accessory, but 2 buster accessories. So something that I find shocking that a lot of other like kits don't have is that they basically just will have, you know, the one buster because they're like, oh, you only really need one. But something I like about I guess, but then Mega Man, you know, would always use stuff like, well, at least from my introduction to Mega Man was from Smash 4. He used both for, of course, his down smash Fire Blast. So him not having both, like, or at least like 2 busters makes no sense to me. Like most Mega Man should come with. Okay, stuff that really like ruins the, you know, look of the review, I'll have to like deal with. Like this makes me look bad a little, but it's whatevs. Okay. Now, Jesus Christ, we can look at Bass.EXE with both busters. You can, you know, just have like dual fire. You can, of course, mix and match, so you can have, you know, the dark sword, whatever thingy, with, you know, buster. You can't mix and match, like you can't have a dark blade and a buster on the same arm, obviously. Alrighty, he was like, yeah, that's just about really what. Oh, and I guess you can pop that out, but like I said before, you really have no reason to. That's the thing I really like, is that you don't really have a reason to like pop these out because of how good they are. I'm gonna put back on the cape because I surprisingly really like the look of it. It looks incredibly good. I never thought it would be bad, but like it's extra good. Like it's really good, especially like in the promo pics. It doesn't look bad, but it definitely does not look as good as it does in the in real life, like in holding it, compared to like in the promos. Like in the promos, it looks decent, and I was like, okay, I might just buy an upgrade, or I guess soft goods. But here, this I can actually deal with. Like this is actually, you know, quite well done of a cape accessory. Okay, so I think you put this in first. That's probably what I would recommend. I recommend you do the arm first. Let me hold on to this. Yeah, I recommend you be careful because it can and probably will fall out. The arm, I didn't have an issue with that, with the arm. With the actual, like, other chest, like, the other plate of the armor, I guess Bass's armor, but here, just be aware. In terms of, I guess, the weight of the cape, I feel like I should mention. Let me put his head back on. So I have it right now. It slightly weighs a little bit more than I would like. So that's why I mainly recommend that's why I mainly, you know, suggest cloth goods, is because of how like because plastic will like can like mess with the weight and can make it quite hard to stand up. I mean, just ask the One Piece line. For the SHS One Piece line, Jesus, like they insist on like the plastic, on like doing like plastic goods, which normally would be fine, but like, you know, they aren't really good, and you know, you usually can't really remove them. This at least can be removed, and even then looks good enough to display. Yeah, this is gonna be an issue. Yeah, just be aware of this. Like, I'm not gonna, like, even though I love this character, I'm not gonna glaze this kit. Well, unless it deserves it, which we'll find out at the end. How I'm feeling about it. I do know how I'm feeling about this, and I will say I don't like it, not one bit. Because it seems to want to stay, and then it just won't. Sorry for getting them all up in your camera, but all up in those faces, but like, I gotta. Okay. Alright, you know what? Okay. It's probably the best we're gonna get it. No, it is not, because it didn't. I can't say that I like that. It's not terrible, it's not all bad, but it's not really something that I enjoy having to do over and over again either. Because of, well, I guess y'all don't want to see it, and also I don't want to have to do it. So no one's really having fun with this plastic good cape. The cape is fine, or I guess the cloak is fine, up to like the actual joint bit, and that's where I start having like issues. Oh. Nope. Okay. Alright, man. See, listen here, you little... Okay. Alright, well, if this doesn't want to work, then we will just skip it and go on to size comparisons, because... Ugh. Yeesh. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try not to move it too much. My god, I think we're good. I think we're good right now. Yeah, see, like, this kind of, like, messes with his weight and makes it hard for him to, like, do that. And you'll do that a lot. So, I'm probably just gonna display him without it for the sake of the size comparisons. I will do some poses later, you know, that are more, you know, style more traditional to my channel. Or I guess the content on my other platforms. So I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna grab this again. Yeah, just like I said, be aware that parts will get stuck. Or they can get stuck. Put this and fall, but that's not really on the figure. That is on me and my, I guess, speed build of it for the review. I keep calling it a figure. I know it doesn't matter, but like I know it doesn't matter. I'm nitpicking, but like still, like my goodness. Okay. All right, we'll grab this. Grab this guy over. Okay. Are we? Yeah. This is not really, you know, selling the figure tanning, you guys. I mean, just like parts constantly fall out, but like I feel like it'd be better for those of you who are like better at model kitting. I am not one of them right now. Okay, he stands pretty well though, without his cape and without stuff falling. It's not bad, but I don't know. Anyways, let's get to size comparisons. Oh my god. Something I actually forgot to mention that he comes with is this little thing. This little thingy, it plugs into his back, and it is for flight stands. It is for, I'm not sure if they work with SHF stands, but I guess for Kotobukiya this works, and you can plug them into the back. My flight stands for SHF work with my Kotobukiya Mega Man X. So if that port doesn't fit, then I can try fitting in this, and I'll grab my SHF flight stand and I'll test that for y'all. All right, I'm back with a SHF stand. So let's try plugging this in here. See if that'll work. Oh, okay. Then, okay, this plugs in relatively fine. I do know that this is to help with this because of plug-in issues. So let's plug this back in here. This fits much better. I can't seem to like, if I can, I don't have like a, you know, a stand I can like connect. Let me shut up. Let me be quiet, cause oh my goodness. This is kind of sick. Cause like I can plug this in, and I can have him, you know, with flight, standing, like I guess floating, doing whatever now. So that's kind of sick. It's kind of sick. So doing some size comparisons next to my first model kit, the Kotobukiya Mega Man X. They stand about the same height, which Kotobukiya is usually inaccurate with their heights, because, for example, I believe the Mega Man 11 is not much shorter than the Mega Man X. But that doesn't matter because I have, and then my other one over here, we have Jada Toys, classic Mega Man. This works, I feel. because, like, you know, Mega Man's a short, little guy. Bass, I guess the Battle Network designs are taller. So, him being taller than the classic makes perfect sense. And then we have 3-0 Mega Man, aka Mega Man 8 Mega Man. This is slightly shorter. Maybe that's an art style thing. This is another case of this works. I can really rock with this. And in like the sizes, I feel like this could work really well for posing. Alright, we now have him standing to the SH Figure Arts Diamond Piccolo. We have him sitting next to the, standing next to the, Jack specific, I almost said movie Sonic, but these are the Sonic X DC, Sonic X Flash. And because this is the same size as the other movie figures, there's no reason for me to grab those because they scale like nearly the same. They're all 5-inch, so that is fine. Okay, let's see if we can get him next to Spider-Man. I grabbed a lot of these like mid-collection, so like next to Spider-Man, like, put your hand on there, taking my boy's attention. But yeah, he scales pretty well with Miles. Bass is a bit taller. Like, I'm saying, like, I'm going, like, based on, like, just, like, the top of his head, where his head stops. I'm not going off the fins. But even then, I feel like it still works, I feel. You know, they're around, like, Miles is a bit shorter, or a bit taller, I mean. But basically, Miles is, well, tall and lanky and black. So this works. This also works. Piccolo. In lore, I think Piccolo might be taller, but for the sake of action figures, I feel like this works. Alright, let me see if I have any more. We have the SH Figure Arts Demon Slayer. I didn't mention the brands for Spider-Man, but he's also SH Figure Arts. We have the SHF Demon Slayer. I also grabbed him mid pose, mid collection. I'm gonna put him back in the same pose right afterwards. Let me actually get him to stand up straight so we can have like accurate results at least. But like no like bends or anything. He works like with Tanjiro. Would they interact? No, I don't even think Tanjiro knows what the hell cyber stuff is. He died before that happened, I think. I don't know. I assume, I don't remember. But yeah. But yeah, Tanjiro, have him standing next to the SHF Romance Dawn Luffy. And let's get Luffy to also stand up straight, just like I did for Tanjiro. Oh shit. Oh, sorry. I mean, hey, I guess it means my videos won't get marketed towards kids. I mean, that's fine. I mean, it's whatever. But, you know, swear a little bit. They stand relatively well. Even if Luffy has like a little bit of like a bend, like he stands a little bit, you know, they stand relatively well. So what I'm getting is that most of your like SHFs that are, you know, I guess standard height, some would say. Oh, let me get him next to Chainsaw Man. See, SHF Chainsaw Man Denji. First release, I have not copped the Rize version. I saw that movie and Rize arc was great. They stand, actually they're very similar in height. Okay, so overall, if you have like, you know, a good amount of like SHFs or like any like 5-inch action figure for the most part, then anything that's like 5 inches, I guess 1/12 scale, not anything super duper like big figures. I mean, he can, but like, you know, if you want them to be like, you know, the exact like size accurate, I feel this is size accurate. This works. It's like this works. And after that, I I will give an overall review. So I'll probably do like some more posing. I will just have like an audio with my actual like review at like while I'm doing that. Alrighty.